Part 8 Internal Control. MCQs number 1. Test of control are not concerned with the designing of control. The sequence of steps in auditor consideration of internal control is as a follow. Answer is C. Obtain an understanding, make a preliminary assessment of control risk, perform test of control, design substantive procedure. 3. Which of the following is not an inherent limitation of an internal control system? Answer is C. Inefficiency of internal control. 4. An auditor should study and evaluate internal control to plan audit procedure. XYZ Limited conducts a quarterly review of operation. It discovered that unrest is a Southeast Asian country may affect the supply of raw material to its next quarter. It is an example of a risk assessment. MCQs number C. The primary purpose of performing test of control is to provide reasonable assurance that answer is D. If internal control is effective. MCQ 7. If the auditor assessed control risk as a high, document the conclusion. 8. The overall attitude and awareness of entity board of directors concerning the importance of internal control is reflected in control environment. Which of the following are included in test of control? Answer is A. Performance and observation. Control risk is assessed at a financial statement assertion level. Which of the following is not an example of circumstances in which additional test of control will not be performed after obtaining an understanding to plan the audit? Answer is D. Performing extensive substantive testing would not lead to efficiency. An auditor assessed control risk because it affect the level of detection risk that auditor may accept. 13. A flow chart made by an auditor of an entity internal control system is a graphic representation that depicts the auditor. Answer is A. Understanding of the system. Performance of test of control is documented in. Answer is C. Working paper. Which of the following statement is not correct? Answer is A. Internal risk and control risk cannot be collected by the measurement, i.e. uncontrollable. The independence of internal auditor will most likely assured if its report to C. Managing director. In comparison to independent auditor, an internal auditor is most likely concerned with the internal control system. When an independent auditor decides that the work performed by internal auditor may be bearing on the nature, timing, and extent of planned audit procedure, the independent auditor should evaluate objectivity of internal auditor. The most important factor influencing it will be organization level to which we report. When an independent auditor relies on the work of internal auditor, he or she would. Answer is D. All of these: examining the scope of internal auditor work, examining the system of survey, supervising review and documentation of internal control, adequacy of related audit program. 20. The proper segregation of duty reduces the opportunity in which a person would both. Answer D. Perpetual error and fraud and conclude them.